Have you ever noticed there was a time in your life when you constantly felt the need to prove yourself? Prove your worth, prove your intelligence, prove your success, prove that you were right, prove that you deserved love, prove that you deserved respect, prove that you deserved recognition. But all this, okay, all this never felt like enough, no matter how much you achieved. Because when confidence is building on proving, peace will always feel temporary. Now, there comes a moment in growth where something suddenly begins to shift. Okay? Now you stop asking yourself, who do I need to become so people approve of me? And instead of this, you start asking yourself, who am I when I no longer need validation to feel worthy? Today, we are talking about that powerful emotional transition, the confidence shift, from proving to being. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the Flight to Fulfillment podcast. I'm your host, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach and the founder of the Freedom Divas Hub. And today we are talking about this deeply resonating subject with a lot of women. The shift that you are making from proving yourself to being yourself. Because for years, many of us learned to build our identity around achievements and validations. We wanted to be liked, be needed, be successful, be admired, and slowly confidence became something we tried to earn externally. But eventually, living in constant performance is very tiring. And you realize no matter what, no amount of proving will create that inner peace if your worth depends on external approval, outside validation. And that's when a deeper kind of confidence starts to emerge from within. It's not the loud confidence, it's not the performative confidence, it's not a confidence which is based on you proving something externally, but this is grounded confidence. This kind of confidence comes from feeling safe to be yourself, your authentic self. So today let's explore what this shift looks like and why it actually changes the entire dynamics for you. Firstly, you stop needing this constant validation. Now, one of the biggest signs of this shift is that you no longer need everyone to agree with what you feel, your opinion, how you are. Nothing. You don't need that external validation anymore to feel secure. Earlier, approval felt necessary for self growth, but now you still appreciate appreciation, but you don't depend on it emotionally anymore. You are happy with yourself. You agree with yourself, and that's more than enough for you. Secondly, achievement stops defining your identity. So, when you live in the proving mode that you're constantly trying to prove yourself, your worth becomes tied to a performance, the role play. Your productivity, your recognition, your success. But while you're shifting, you begin to realize that you are valuable, girl, even when you're not performing. And that realization creates this emotional freedom inside of you. Thirdly, you become more authentic. See, you are being your true self now. The need to constantly impress others is now fading away. So you stop over explaining, you stop, playing that perfection role. You stop pretending to be someone else. You stop shaping yourself around external expectations. And instead of all this, you actually begin showing up honestly and authentically. You voice your opinions. You say what you have to. You behave the way you want to. You do what you want to do. You are more natural now and you are fully yourself. Number 4, peace starts feeling more important to you than the image that you're creating. So earlier it may have been very important for you to create this reputation, this image of yourself. How people perceived you, whether people thought you were successful, whether people approved of whatever you were doing. But now all these things don't matter to you. Protecting your inner peace is more important. In fact, it's the most important thing now. And that changes your choices completely. The choices that you start making from now on. Number 5, you realize confidence is not something that you perform. No. In fact, this is the most important shift, honestly, if I speak. True confidence is never loud. Okay? True confidence is never about constantly proving yourself or showing how much you've achieved or showing how perfect you are. No. Real confidence is the ability to sit with yourself, being yourself, without constantly needing to earn your worth. It's self-trust. It's your inner safety. It's your presence, you valuing yourself. And that kind of confidence actually changes the way you live, the way you love, the way you navigate through your life. So if today's episode resonated with you, like, comment, share this with somebody who needs to hear this today. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Flight to Fulfillment podcast on either Substack or YouTube or Apple or Spotify, wherever you're more comfortable, so that you don't miss out on a single dose of inspiration coming your way. Until next time, this is me, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach, signing off for now. But before I do that, I want you to remember that you don't have to spend your life proving your worth to deserve love, respect, or belonging. You are allowed to exist without performance. You are allowed to rest without guilt. You are allowed to be yourself without seeking any kind of external validation, because the deepest confidence is not built through proving, it's built through self-acceptance. So accept yourself, love yourself, prioritize yourself, know that you are the most important person for yourself, be your authentic self. Value yourself, respect yourself, be your true self. Reconnect with your truth. Release the pressure to perform. And remember, your worth was never something you had to prove. You were always worthy. It's only self-acceptance from your end which is required. I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.